Good evening and salutations, my super fans. So I asked this question over the weekend, asked this into my short. So I'm like, you know what? Let's ask this in a regular chat since I did the one with the members. Do it. So I'm like, you know what? Let's question tonight is Gabi out of pocket for sleeping with ED on days of our lives? Now in about a minute or so, okay, maybe a couple minutes, I'm gonna switch to my laptop. I wound up doing all four of the soaps today. Something I'm going to sit there and try to keep a trend on as far as doing. But while my laptop is still charging, there we go, Blackmon. There we go. That's my guy right there. An eye for an eye. Melly Mel, my horror queen. What's good? Okay, so we're going to sit there and get in the roll call. We got a lot to talk about. Freddy's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Eagle Fangs in the chat. How you doing tonight? Bear Smith is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Amy's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Ronnie Ron is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Melly Mama Heart Queen is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Queen of the South is in the chat. How are you doing tonight? It's always great to sit there. It's always great to sit there and see the Queen. So I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, my love. Yes, Black Man, eye for an eye. Eye for an eye. Now, if you were in my member circle, I had DC doing a live stream with me, which I gotta sit there and retitle that video, by the way. But he gave me he gave me some really good perspective. Of course, Ron. I mean, of course, Queen. Of course, Queen. I always gotta sit there and ask how the Queen is doing. Okay, so you feel that she's wrong. Okay, I get it, Ron. At the Bankers in the chat, how you doing tonight? And of course, like I said, love to sit there and see you. Anytime that you get to come in here, it's always a blessing, Queen. You should saying that you should have an affair. Thank you, Freddie. Yes. Freddie said, okay, everyone, let's all be mindful. There's only one of Albert Bostic. You will not be able to read every comment. Thank you, Freddie. I appreciate you. You're a G. Blackman, I'm doing good. I survived Hell Day, which got moved to, well, it's always been Tuesday, so survived Hell Day. So I'm doing good. And I got to do all four of the soap operas. All four reviews. I'm going to try to keep up with that trend. I'm going to try to keep up with that trend. So it was a good day. Thank you, Freddie. Okay, so yes, Ed is like she's wrong because she slept with the brother, and I could have swore I think Eagle Fang said the same thing. If not Eagle Fang, somebody said the same thing. That she slept with her brother. I mean, she slept with his brother. Oof, I said this didn't sound right. Um, gorgeous Queen Janice in the chat. What's good, love? I hope you're doing well. Absolutely, Janet. Janet, we are talking about all four of the soaps. We are talking about all four of the soaps, Janet. Yeah, because B&B also did my review too, but yes. And Y&R, Janet. We listen, like I said, we got a lot to talk about. It seems that way, Janet. They seem like they fast tracking it like there's no tomorrow. Like Finn caught on to him so fast, it's ridiculous. I mean, it makes sense to some extent, but they usually take longer to do. Blackman says, "Is RJ gonna find Steffi? Maybe maybe it'd be Finn. Maybe it'd be Finn. I'm assuming it's gonna be Finn. Just a wild guess, though. Autumn says, "Yeah, but Willow annoyed the f out of me, saying to Drew like, 'Oh, I'm not the wife who cheats.'" Exactly, and she cheated twice, and she cheated on Chase, but she's not the wife who cheated. Hmm. Wasn't a fan of Wino today, Janet. Okay. Also, to keep in mind for right now, I'm on my phone, so it's even harder to sit there and read the comments. But I'm gonna try to do my best until I. Oh, actually, it's just gonna be the exact same. Never mind. Mel says, "How about I got good news that Lewis as Aaron is reprising his role." Okay. Okay. I don't know how that's good news, but okay. Was good, Island? Yeah, it seemed like she's having second thoughts. Like and it's weird. It's like you want to do this now. It's like no, you did this. Now you gotta sit there and deal with it. Now you gotta deal with it. I'm feeling a little bit of Y&R, Janet. Not too much, but I see what you're saying now. Eagle says, "I remember people in the chat currently that was sticking up for Willow when she cheated on Chase. I won't name names. Yeah, let's not do that." Blackmon says only because he is on to Luna and he said hello Luna in the forest office. Yes, right towards the end. Genesis, any ideas on how Sam is going to be let go? It will be soon. It will be soon. See, the thing is, Janet, people said it's going to be a car accident. And see, my guess is if it's going to be a car accident, maybe she could be Lulu's donor. What's good, cherry ice cream? Allergies? No. I just I don't know. I don't know why I started coughing. It's definitely I do have allergies, but it's not allergies though. Why was he out of pocket for telling her about the threesome now? Okay, Freddie, thank you. Appreciate that. But why I mean why was he out of pocket though? I mean she kinda needed to know that because if they're gonna have friction, she needs to know why. She needs to kind of be on a heads up of why. Which, by the way, Chanel also kind of annoyed me today. To be honest, like she was kind of irking my nerves. If we're gonna be real. Jerryson says new meds. No, I only started coughing like this a few minutes ago. That's why I'm just. I think it's just my throat. I just need to clear my throat a little bit. But no, she needs to be apprised of some of this stuff though. Eagle Finn says, why does Chanel think she's the Holly Berry of acting? She's one of the worst actresses on the show currently. Okay. Well, yeah, no, no, Freddie, no, I'm good. Thank you for asking. No, I'm good. I don't really understand the statement, though. I don't know if I should have read that. I don't understand the statement. You saying that why is her character? Oh, okay. I'm not gonna. Yeah, no, I appreciate it, Freddie. Black Pink, you say, Albert, there was a weird vibe from Lee today, right? What do you mean? What's good, Jonathan? Yes. Well, here's the thing, Eagle Fang. Oh, you mean like? Oh, you mean for their audition? She was the worst one. Is that what you're saying? Like, yeah, no, yeah, she was definitely annoying. She was definitely annoying. Oh, well then, yeah, okay. I thought you was talking about the actual actress. I didn't know you were talking about the her performance as far as being fake or whatever. Okay. No, she was yeah, she was annoying as hell. She was annoying. Was good, Jonathan. She was annoying. She was. Oh no, it's all good, Eagle fan. I just want to make sure we're on the same page about that. Yeah, she was extra. Like she was just extra. Like how many times? I know I heard about that, Jonathan. Um, I don't know if TJ's on contract now. But the kids wrong because he didn't want us to think he's lying to the kids about Abigail or Fabigail. So he moved out so this way he wouldn't have to keep lying to them. But when I think she said something. She was like, what makes you want to be an actor? Like, like, what makes you think you could be an actor or something?" And I was like, "Chanel, what makes you think you could be an actor? You weren't in anything either. Like, what? You're in the same boat as him." So honestly, tell you the truth, she was out of pocket when she was like, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "Chanel, you don't own the studio. You don't own this building. You don't pay rent here. What the hell do you sit there and question what somebody else doing?" Mel says my intuition is that Marlene is going to hypnotize Sarah to remembering her memories on who ran her over. That'd be interesting. What's good, Deluxe? Johnson says now officially closes the door on Haley. Oh yeah, no, she ain't come back. I mean, yeah, Jonathan, that definitely does. Which I should talk about that. Thank you for the idea of what you call it? Maybe what you call it. Justin says, I can't believe Jason came to help that blonde dog. The woman killed his best friend's girlfriend, switched Morgan's meds, and he came to her aid like Superman. Blonde dog? Okay. Black Thinking says Lee was going out of her way not to believe what Ben was telling her about Luna. I think it was odd, but I don't think it was odd of her. I think it was just bad storytelling now. I think it was really look at Amber. I think it was just really bad storytelling. Because you gotta remember something, Blackpink mean. She didn't want Luna working at Forced Creation. Hell, I think Duan was like what Captain is saying, Lee was right. Lee was right the entire time. She was right. She was right. So, in all reality, and also, Justin, I'm gonna get to you in 1/2 minute. um, so her actually believing that Luna could be innocent is really out of pocket. That's what. There you go, Dwight. Is out of pocket. The fact that she's sitting there having so much faith in her is a little odd. It is a little out of pocket, and it just yeah. Her keep calling her Irene when they called her something else. It's like, what are you doing? Like Christina been out of pocket. Now, just to answer Justin's whole thing, you have to think about it this way. Avery saving Ava could have been probably more for Avery because that is Sonny's daughter, and maybe in this sense he did it for Avery, not necessarily because of Ava. He didn't sit there and save Ava because he just wanted to sit there and be Superman. He saved her for Avery, for Sonny's sake. This way Avery can have a mother. Just saying. That's another way to look at it, my friend. Sean says, hope you feeling better. Wear mask. I wanted Sunny in jail. I wear my mask all the time. I want Sunny. I like Sunny, but the character have went too far. He killed Stone's brother. Hell to, hell to the now. Oh, hell to the now. Hell to the now. Okay. I'm gonna have to think about that for a minute. Exactly. Yes, that's true, Ed. He did. He did. What's good, Spencer? Okay, hold on now. Spencer says I cannot believe they cannot recast Monaco. Monaco would be up a creek if she heard that someone was killed on her. Oh, Monica, yes. Okay. Um, that's true, Ed. All right, I'm gonna sit there and take a hot minute. I'm still gonna be on. Just gonna. I'll deal with this later. No, I'll deal with that later. So it's gonna be a bit of a black screen. Just my phone just actually finished charging. It's gonna be a bit of a black screen, and then I'll be on my laptop, and I can actually give me a real drink. Yeah, Jonathan. I think he said that on Twitter. I know people call it X, but I mean, like seriously, who's really calling this shit X? Thank you, Freddie. No, what am I doing? Let me read this comment first. Mel says, I got great news that Sharon, Casey, Sharon, and Michelle Stafford as Phyllis are celebrating. Okay, that is good news. That is good news. That's a celebration. That's a milestone. That's a milestone. That's good for them. I'll look into it. You know, Jonathan, yes, and I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that as well. Thank you for reminding me. Okay. So yes, bit of a black screen, and then I'll be right back. Oh, okay. Thank you, Ed. Okay. So, yeah, somebody also said the same thing. Let me make sure that my volume's working. Oh, okay. Thank you, Ed. Okay. That's right. We are back, Jonathan. We are back. Yeah, I mean, everything was already set up, ready. So I just, sometimes I want to take my time doing it because I want to make sure that well, thank you, Freddie. I'm glad that the audio is working. But sometimes I want to take my time to make sure that the switch goes over well and properly. Hmm. Yeah. Spencer says, I feel like Jason was out of place with helping Ava. I think Jason should have just been driving, then saw her body, and he called the police, and then Sonny should have called him to clean up. You don't think that it was better, Jonathan. Um, let me get to that. Let me get to that 1 minute. Back. Okay, so the Chanel thing. Let me get to Ron's comment. The way she was acting, she had this diva attitude, like, oh well, I won't work with him or whatever. I was like, okay, well, lady, you can go. Like, honestly, tell you the truth, Chanel wasn't you sitting there running a bakery. Take your ass back to the. See, another thing that's bothering me is that it almost kind of feels like a retcon. Alex and Chanel have had scenes before, and she wasn't really like she was. They were civil to each other. they weren't besties, but they were civil to each other. So this whole thing feels like a huge retcon in a sense, and I'm not exactly feeling it. It was. I enjoyed it more than yesterday. Like, yeah, no, Jonathan, it wasn't peak, but it was good enough where um it was good enough where it's like doing the review is a little more easier. No, it says I got good news that Steamboat Willie, a horror movie, is coming in January. Oh, okay. Oh, Steamboat Willie, okay. And it says, remember Davey who played Billy in the original Power Rangers? She came out gay and all hell broke loose. I remember it yesterday after you brought it up. When I asked, yes, it's crazy, Ed, because it was like before social media really took off. And think about that, Ed. If actually tell you the truth, if he came out gay now, it wouldn't really be that big of a thing. But like he came out gay back then, and it was a huge thing, and it wasn't even social media. Can you imagine if social media existed back then? Think about that, Ed. Jason was trying Kate's badge taken away for him to help Sonny. That's why he helped Ava. Mm. I don't know. I'm still going with the fact that he helped Ava because of Avery. I'm gonna go give me a drink, so I will be. It was good, Freddie. I had a good barbecue. Barbecue was actually really good. I'm actually putting out a video on Saturday, so check it out. Um, it talks a little bit about the barbecue I had this weekend on Labor Day, but it was just to answer your question. It was good. It was actually a lot of fun. Caught up with family and everything. So, but it relates to the video I'm putting out Saturday. Yeah, that would have been a discussion boards and so many memes. Right? Really? It's coming out. This year. We actually have to go see it in theaters. We actually have to go see that in theaters. Well, I mean, the thing is, Ron, she regrets it because she still loves him. Now, I said this in my review, and before I go get my drink, I said this in my review. While I do believe in an eye for an eye, I believe in an eye for an. While I do believe in an eye for an eye, I also am slightly looking at this like maybe Gabby's going too far. Not because it's his brother, but for the simple fact that he did so much to get her out of jail in the first place. He practically moved mountains. He pushed pills and stuff like that onto the streets. He blackmailed his own brother. The only reason why Gabby's free and is able to sit there and get this mad at EJ is um and by the way, Ed, he did a very piss poor job at it. Um is because, you know, he blackmailed EJ. And now you want to sit there and talk about you going to clean him out. You want to sit there and sleep with his brother to hurt him. I'm like, come on, bro. Seriously? He did all that. You can be done with him, and that's fine. But like, you doing a little bit extra. You kind of forgetting how much mountains this dude moved for you. Johnson says, "Wow, there's so many horror remakes based on Disney films." I remember you saying that you wasn't really a fan of it, right? I'm kind of a fan of it, but I remember that, Jonathan, when the first Winnie the Pooh movie came out, you was not a fan of it because you felt like, in a sense, it was taking away people's childhoods, right? That was it, right? I'm gonna sit there and look at the chat while I do that. While I go get my drink. There we go. See, that's the thing, Jonathan. People sit there and say I don't have a good memory. I remember that. I remember that. I remember us sitting there saying we're gonna have to agree to disagree. I remember that. People sit there and say I don't have a good memory. I don't have a good memory in my ass. What's it ever? You know, Jonathan, don't give him any ideas. Toy Story. Don't do it, Jonathan. You never know who watches my streams. I mean, I know, Jonathan. Let's look at Peter Pan for a minute, right? You don't think that that can easily be turned into some sort of killer movie? I mean, the dude is sitting there hanging out with kids. I'm pretty sure Peter Pan is probably older than these kids. I'm just saying. Maybe you know what it is. Maybe Jonathan. I think I got that from Teen Titans Beast Boy. I remember Damon Smith is saying that Beast Boy has a Peter Pan complex. As says Willow might Willow Jerry Ashman. I said don't give him any ideas. As says Willow might as well go all the way with Drew because I'm tired of hearing her say I love Michael, I can't do this and like I love Michael, yeah, you keep and also Ed, like she said, she was like, oh well, I'm not the wife that cheats. Well, you cheated twice. Hell, actually, tell you the truth, you technically cheated three times because you were married to Chase and you were sitting there banging Michael. But you're not the wife that cheats, right? Not to wipe my ass. Johnson says, Evil Woody and Evil Buzz like team up with Chucky. Are you trying to throw these writers off? Or you actually want to give them ideas? Freddie says, Albert, have you ever seen I Know What You Did Last Summer? If so, there's going to be a remake. Yes, I heard. I don't know why I keep making remakes from the original, so original should stay original. Um, it's kind of a give and take. I didn't know they're actually going to reboot the series. I knew they were going to do another one. I didn't. Are you sure they're going to reboot the series? Somebody said that they were going to reboot the series. Though I, I'm just saying, Terry Ray Scream. This is just where my mind goes sometimes. And they all get Jesus Christ. You might want to sit there and look at Jonathan's comments. As said, I bet they did a dark version of Peter Pan once upon a time with Peter Pan as the villain of the story. Oh, okay. You know, Ed, I kind of want to watch that show. You know who's actually telling me about that show? You know who's a huge fan of that show, Ed? The actor that plays Mason, Nathaniel Gray. Wolf Creek Legacy reboot. I never actually remember watching the original, so maybe I enjoyed it because, and that's the thing, maybe I enjoyed because I didn't watch the reboot. I mean, because I didn't watch the original one. Yes, I read all about it. Oh, okay.
But yeah, and I remember. I remember. Yeah, and, he used to be a huge fan of it. Now somebody said something. Oh yeah, I think I already answered that. Hey, Dad, is everything all right? Oh, it's okay. All right. All right, Dad. I love you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. No, actually, no. 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 I'm off. I'm off. So yeah. We'll. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll talk tomorrow. All right. Over to that. No, my damn music at? Okay. There we go. We see toys everywhere. So nice. Yeah. I don't blame you, Ron. Okay, maybe it was Notice at this. Notice says, I told you that there will be a I Know What You Did Last Summer sequel that will have Jennifer Love Hewitt and maybe Randy. Okay, so that's what I was like when somebody said it was a reboot, and I was like, and I thank you, Ed. Thank you. Here's the thing, he's the one that pushed for this. He's the one that pushed for this whole Chanel and being an actress. So even if Alex wasn't kissing what you call it, it would have been somebody else. But like, oh, you said it was a reboot. Okay. Um, but yeah, he pushed for it. So I'm like, you don't. And the thing is, there was a point where it's like they wasn't okay, Freddie. Um, I remember they tried to do a reboot for a TV show on Amazon, and it didn't make it past one season. So if the reboot TV show didn't make it past one season, I doubt that they would sit there and try to do a movie. But um, Johnny could have stopped that whole thing. That he could have stopped that from happening. But he's the one that sat there and said that they had sparks. When he started going back and forth, and Chanel was not to act like a goddamn diva, he's pushing for that. So, and I remember Jakar just sitting there saying like he hopes nothing happens between Johnny and Chanel, and I'm like, yeah, they probably don't want to. Who knows at this point? Because Alex and Stephanie seem like they're getting close too. So what's going to happen with that? Oh, they actually have a trailer for that. See, Jonathan, look, they doing Bambi. Um, it just makes me wonder what he's up to. What is his end game, Ron? Because I don't have any thoughts on Felicity. I have any thoughts on Aaron. I think that Aaron's a boring character. I don't really care. I think Felicity is interesting because she's the first actress that's been on a television show, that's been an actor that has Down syndrome. But other than her character, I don't really know much about her character, so I don't, you know. But I want to know what Mark Green's character, what his end game is, because if he has love for his heart for his family, but he's also not there, what is the purpose of him doing this with Abby? I mean, Fabi. Um, Thank you, Freddie. Yes, let me make sure I hit that goddamn like button. Oh, this is a reboot. Okay. Okay, now. Okay, I understand. Thank you. Thank you for calling that out. Well, see, my whole thing is Ed is when she sat there and said, "Well, what kind of, what makes you think you could be an actor or something?" I was like, "Well, what makes you think you could be an actor, bro? You haven't acted as well. Like, what are you talking about? Like I said, she was just all out. She was just all out of pocket." Okay, so we got 21 likes, so we good so far. What the hell is going on? I mean, like I said, it's I'm cool with it. I know a lot of people aren't cool with it, and the thing is, the thing is, Jonathan, some people were coming at the director. They were coming at the director kind of fast. I saw a couple of comments, people sitting up there writing all these mean, nasty, mean, nasty comments. Um, and I'm like, see, my whole thing is like, instead of doing all that, just don't watch it. Like, it's not hard. Freddie says, I don't know why they keep rebooting the original films. Should films need to be left alone? That's just my opinion. Yeah, but I mean, th- I respect your opinion, Freddie. And all due respect, I feel like, first of all, here's the thing: when people say that, and I'm not trying to shit on your opinion, I'm really not. When people sit there and say that, they make it seem like if a reboot comes out, it's going to somehow hurt the original. It's not. The original is not going to go away. It's not going to mess with your memories in any shape, way, or form. It's like people trying to make it seem like they shouldn't do a reboot, like it's going to somehow damage the original, and it doesn't. Like I'm still gonna have the original. I'm still gonna have all the feels that I have with Back to the Future. If they come out with a reboot, they come out with a reboot. But then I also sit there and I look at it, and there's been reboots that's actually been good, and people have not. And reboots can also help people discover the original movies and stuff like that too. So like reboots have it has its time and its place for it. To sit there and say, well, movies should just be made once and once only, just seems. I don't want to sit there and say kind of selfish, but like I'm not gonna sit there and say, well, I don't want them to be a Back to the Future movie because that's my Back to the Future movie. Like, you know, I think somebody should sit there and take a different take on it, and maybe if they like it, they can watch the original. So I feel like there's a lot of pros and cons with originals as well. Um, but every reboot should be made. I get what you're saying, Freddie. I'm giving you my spin on it, but like I said, I respect your opinion. That's just my opinion on it. As such, Snow was also out of pocket when he told Johnny, "When I get the part, your husband, the director, and he and her stepfather wants, and your husband, the director, and her stepfather wants her in body and soul." Oh yeah, she was playing. Yeah, she was playing into that nepotism shit. She was sitting there trying to be a diva, and I'm like, "Bro, you can take your ass right back to the goddamn bakery." Like in all reality, you've never really acted. Yeah, you was in what you call his part, but you never really acted though. So like, stop trying to come in here and act like, oh well, like he's not good enough to be an actor, but you are, and you and him have the same body of work. Nothing. So calm your little ass down. I don't know. I wouldn't really pick either one of them. If I had to choose between the two, I mean, like, I wouldn't pick. I wouldn't pick. That'd be my answer. Freddie says this, agree to disagree, so no worries. You have your opinions, I have mine, so it's all good. Yeah, of course, Freddie. I'm not gonna sit there and I don't wild out over stuff like that. I don't really wild out over stuff like that, so we're good, Freddie. Mel says I got good news. The Poohverse Monsterverse resemble horror movie is coming that will have the characters. Oh, yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. And that's the thing, Jonathan. If you're still in the chat, they're doing like a Winnie the Pooh Monsterverse. So like Winnie the Pooh and Peter Pan and whatever else that Bambi, they're all gonna be all part of the same universe. It's gonna be all part of the same twisted, dark universe, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm kinda happy about that. The thing is, Cherry 18, those are the actual titles. That's the thing, Cherry 18. Like she's not being funny or being cute or anything like that. See? More like a Disney horrorverse, yes. That's the thing, Cherry 18. Those are actual titles. Like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. That's an actual real title. I saw the first movie. Yeah, they actually, Jerry, they actually have part two. I think it's on Amazon. I also got to check out Paramount before I go to bed tonight. But yes, that's yes, Ron. I would say that. Yes. Uh, no, I got Corona tonight. Freddie, I got Corona tonight, so I actually want to sit there and drink those because I have those from the barbecue. And so we didn't drink all of them. And I'm a person that doesn't like to. I don't like to waste alcohol. So those are going to be drunk in this week as well. I thought about it though, Freddie. I looked in my fridge. I was like, I have a whole bottle of wine. But I was like, I also have these Coronas that like are not just gonna sit in my refrigerator. They were just gonna throw them out. And I was like, no, let's not do that. Let's not. I was like, let's not do that. I was one of the very few beers that can sit there and actually drink. But yeah, Ron, I think at this point most people are just waiting for this whole shit to just end with Connie. No one cares about Connie at this point. Like we're just done with her. Um Now for my GH fans, why would the mob boss leave his son to sit there and clean up the body? Why would that happen? Because that's literally I mean, Ron, did we not watch the same soap opera? I mean, the whole point, Ron, is for her to destroy Gabby's marriage, and the best way to do that is to feed off of her own emotions, off of Gabby's already emotional, volatile state. That's why, Ron. We do, Jonathan. We need Orpheus back or somebody. Like, when is Orpheus coming back? Like, somebody needs. Ugh. I don't know what the hell is going on. You know what, Jonathan? I would even sit there and take Jan Spears back at this point. As Chad told Stephanie Nav. Yeah, because of the mannerisms. And see, and that's the thing. If it's another twist and she could be brainwashed, I think it's. I'm not even going to answer that question, Ron. I'm um I'm more disappointed that she left and the way she left. But Ed, it's interesting, right? Because you sit there and say, well, it's her memories. Her memories isn't there, so her mannerisms, her speech patterns, they're all not there. And they're all not there because we know it's not her, but I don't know if I would have the same I don't know if I would have the exact same speech patterns if oh, okay, I'm gonna read that next, Freddie. I mean, Ed. Freddie says exactly, Albert. That was so after Pasani shouldn't have put Michael in that situation. Come, it was stupid. But see, it was stupid. I don't understand that. Like, you're a mob boss. You're supposed to be sitting there. Um, you're supposed to be taking care of that shit. Now, Ed says I saw an interview with the actors that played Chad and fake Fabi, and they said the story was changed when the writer's strike happened. So it's still more to the story. I hope so, because I'm not gonna lie. Some of this, well, we'll see. And okay, I have good news that Pinocchio. Oh, I forgot about your Pinocchio on-string horror movies coming in 2024, and there is another one called Pinocchio's Revenge. They came out with two. They came out. They came out with two. Like they came out with the first one, so they made the first one, and they made part two before even the first one got put out in theaters. That's okay. That's a little weird. Um, are you serious? That Nick Frost? Oh, you mean like Nick Frost? You mean the snowman? They're making a horror movie out the snowman? Hey, um, but yeah, I don't know if I would sit there and say it was effed up of Sunny. I would sit there and say it was stupid of Sunny. I mean, Ron, I don't know much about the Felicity character. She comes in, she says a couple of lines. I mean, like, it's very hard for me to sit there and feel something for her, where it's like she doesn't seem like she has a story. She just has speaking. She just has speaking parts. She just has speaking parts. So it's like I can't sit there and be like, "Oh my God, I'm so happy that she's here," or "Oh my God, I'm so angry that she's here." It's like we haven't really gotten much from her. So it's like, what am I supposed to be feeling from her? But no, Freddie, I was sit there and say it's more stupid than anything else. I was sit there and say it's more dumb. It just doesn't seem like it makes a lot of sense. Like, and Michael had people to call. He knows some of these people. Why do you call Chase out of all people? Like nothing makes it like it really does not. This is let's go with Christina for a hot minute. Why did you get the gun, Christina, if you were just gonna go to um the gravesite? So she got okay. I'm gonna sit there and say this again. She went to Sonny's place. She got Sonny's gun, and then you went to a gravesite. Remember what I said before? I said that the story was changed, and that originally, um, Ava was supposed to be the one that was supposed to get got, not John. It was Ava. This is the reason why Christina got that gun. Christina got that gun because she was supposed to go to Ava's place, but they changed course the last minute like they always do, and that's why it looks so out of pocket. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing at this point. Yeah, Freddie. Even Michael, but again, even Michael has the same context though. Well, it doesn't really make a lot of sense, Freddie. That's why it's a rewrite. Sean says, Albert, have you seen the horror movie? I did, Sean. I did. I didn't see the second or the third one, but I saw the first one though, and it was good. I mean, the storyline was kind of stupid a little bit. I mean, okay, so she gets into an accident with her boyfriend or her husband, and then he dies, and they're like, oh, you know what? The best way to sit there and get over the grief? What? Let's sit there and go tunnel searching. Yeah, we're gonna go in these caves and stuff like that. We're gonna do an adventure. How about you get some therapy? Welcome to my music. What was that about? Like that was about it was just stupid. It was just like you're gonna get some therapy? No, we're gonna sit there and go in tunnels and shit. I don't know what they're doing with Christina. Uh, Mel says Pinocchio revenge horror movie was oh okay. Oh wow. I mean a horror movie. Shit, okay, I guess this actually wasn't. I'm surprised. I'm surprised they were able to do that. When did they get sued for that? And when did they get sued for that? Because like now, these characters, like their licenses expired, which is why they're making all these horror movies now. That's why they're making all these horror movies now because like Winnie the Pooh, the license expired, so they could sit there and do what they want. Pinocchio, license expired, they could do whatever they want. But the license wasn't expired in 1996, so they must have either paid a hefty price or they got their shit sued like there was no tomorrow. Johnson said, "Did you see Carly's face after Nina questioned her and Sonny?" I think it was out. You know, Jonathan, I didn't. I was more surprised that Nina even questioned him in the first place. It was like, why are you questioning him for? Like, you're not in love with Sonny anymore. You don't want to get back with Sonny anymore. So why are you sitting there asking? So did y'all two do it? Why is it your business if we did it or not? Like, we ain't together. Joe Dupree says, "Do you think this means Sonny and Carly are getting back together?" No, nope. I don't see it. I mean, listen, Joe. If it happens, I'll be surprised. Um, I remember back in the day, it's not so much that they hated each other. It was just like they were just like Maurice Bernard was just tired of just being with Carly. You know, he was tired of just having Carly be the love interest. That's why he started messing around with different people, like Carly with Jax and with Alcazar. With Alcazar, Carly, you decided to go out and was going to marry one of Sonny's rivals, Alcazar. Like really? I mean, don't get me wrong, but that just doesn't. I mean, it's interesting, but it doesn't make sense soap wise. That was because again, Maurice Bernard was like, "Yeah, I don't like. Come on, Joe. Like, and don't get me wrong, I loved Alcazar. Like, Alcazar was actually one of my among my favorite villains. But that shit was so out of pocket. Carly and Johnny, like, come on, seriously? Carly and Johnny Sakara and Michael are almost the same age. So pretty much what they're saying is, Carly, you went for somebody who was your son's age because you and Maurice Bernard got tired of working with each other. Yeah, okay. As says Nina shouldn't be asking Drew about how he feels about the congressman dying because he was a family friend, and she should be asked how she feeling about it. I mean, he did have a bond with him. I mean, I don't think it's that much out of pocket, but okay. I didn't realize there was a the first one. I didn't know there was actually a part. I didn't know there was a first one that came out. But okay. Ron says, "I but the reason why I'm skipping rest and repeat for this week because of the rescue of Steffi is just lazy and dumb as Sheila or someone else did it." Okay, no, I get it, Ron. I can't knock you for that. You know, I get it. Not everyone sits there and watches soaps every day, so. Johnson says, "Imagine how Doctor will react if Drew, how to react if Drew found out what he's been doing with Willow." Yeah, she was all crazy and everything like that. I remember when she was there going at the Peter August. That shit was so annoying. And the thing is, I mean, I know that she was grieving, and that, like when she tried to sit there and literally burn down his place, like she tried to like burn him alive, and yet he hired her as like a medical columnist. I was like, what the are you doing? I don't know. There was a point where Lisa was just getting really annoying, and I remember Johnny's actually 8 years older than Michael. Okay, well, they're almost about the same age. So it's like they're not the exact age, but it's like you went out with somebody who could have practically been in your son's age bracket. You know, Freddie says Nina's always trying to stir up trouble when trouble is not needed. Whether it's going on between Sonny and Carly is none of Nina's damn business. Nina and Sonny are officially divorced. Well, I don't know if that was. I don't know if she was stirring up trouble. I don't know if she was there. I think she was being nosy, Freddie, but I don't think she was trying to stir up trouble. We can't sit there and she was stirring up trouble. She was just being nosy and just kind of stupid. Sean says GH writers will mess up the Sunny story and all coming stories rewrite consistently. I didn't know that they're going to be in all coming stories rewrite consistently. Or okay. I don't know yet, but I don't. You know, it's funny. I don't know how they ended things. Like before he left town, I don't remember how they ended things. So like, I mean, if they didn't end things that badly, I mean, he got a shot. Why not? I mean, what is Liz really doing? She was with what you call it. I get that, Freddie, but you're sitting there saying that she was stirring up trouble. Like I agree, she didn't need to sit there and be asking those questions because it was none of her business. She came across looking as stupid. But I wouldn't sit there and say she was stirring up trouble. That's where I disagree. Wow, man, I can't believe this. I can't believe they're still making those VHS movies. I saw a little bit of the first one, but I never actually finished watching it. Wow, that's interesting. I mean, yeah, why not, Ron? I mean, but I don't think he should put all the blame on her. I think it would actually be kind of stupid. Yeah, listen, she said something, but Gabby did it. Gabby still did it. Gabby wasn't mind controlled. She was just, being Gabby and being extra. Well, I meant to say nosy, but she was still, yeah. And I could sit there and say that. Yeah, I can agree with that, Freddie. As said, Albert, it didn't end bad with them, and she got with Franco after they never had a bad. Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, why not? Shoot a shot. Sure. Life is short, and there's times that Liz could sit there and be put together. I understand. It's interesting, Jonathan. People complain so much when Bob Goozer was there, but then when Bob Goozer left and it wasn't as much action and it got a little boring, and people started thinking, complain. Just like people are like, it's weird and it's kind of funny because it's like some of you people just complain just to complain. It's like y'all never happy with anything. Bob Goozer snipped there messing up the show. Bob Goozer snipped there doing this. I can't stand Bob Goozer. Now Bob Goozer's not there anymore. Oh man, this episode felt like a filler thing. Well, because Bob Goozer was not there anymore. So there you go. Shut your goddamn trap. Like that's just my interpretation of it. Um, did anybody see Y&R today? And if so, what did y'all think of it? But I didn't take my little notes. I didn't take my little notes, so like I have to literally go from page to page to page. Jesus, awesome. Sean says, Albert, you changed the story because you were an Ava was to be shot by the stage. Yes, to John. I'm not trying to rewrite over you. I can't call him Jagger, but no, that was Sean. I mean, Sean. I think that was the original intention. It should have been because otherwise, um why else would Christina go in and get the gun? Like it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Joe says, "What do you think about Holly coming back tied to Lucky's story?" Um, See, the thing is, Joe, I'm not a huge Holly fan, but not because I don't like her. It's just I don't like Holly hits for the older generation, the people who've been watching Holly from the beginning. Um, if they do a good if they do a good job with Holly, then yes. And I hope they do, Joe, because I'm a little worried now that you bring it up. I'm a little worried. Holly's still dealing with long effects from the virus, and because of that, um, the scenes that she's in, people have said that you have noticed things that I haven't noticed. Like there's a lot of scenes where she's sitting down, she still has shortness of breath and stuff. Like she came in and she finished the storyline, which is really great, but she still seemed like she has health issues. So I'm kind of worried how that's going to play into the story. You know, Johnson said, "Do you think Miranda will be exposed as being a fraud on Days?" Eventually, I just hope it doesn't take too long. I mean, because Jonathan, eventually it's going to wind up happening. I hope it doesn't take too long. That's what I'm hoping. Because Jonathan, I've heard people sit there and said they're not going to get the real Abigail back until sometime next year, and I seriously hope that um that's not going to it's not going to take too long. That's what I'm hoping. So it's going to happen. Terryson says, I think that Holly is just a way of filling space. I don't even have any curiosity as to why she's coming back. I think it's a little bit more than filling space, Cherry Ice Cream. I think it's for the older fans. Like, Cherry Ice Cream, let's put it this way. People have been campaigning for Lois to come back for years. Years. Okay? I'm not a huge fan of Lois, but people are happy with Lois just being talking to Sunny, even if they're not talking about anything that's too important, too interesting, or anything like that. They just are happy that she's actually back. So I think that's the same thing with that cherry ice cream. Yes, Ron, that's exactly what I just said. So yeah, we basically just said the same thing, Ron. But I know people were in the chat yesterday. I know people in the chat yesterday was talking about Isaiah being Isaiah could be Trina's new love interest. I'm like, I feel like at that point it's just grasping at straws. It's literally I feel like it's scraping at the bottom of the barrel. Like don't get me wrong, I'm all for age gap dating as long as they are a legal age. But I'm like, you're not gonna sit there and tell me that. I mean, Kyrie will sit there and say some stuff that's interesting. But I'm like, come on, seriously? That dude looked like he has 3 kids at home that could be, well. Trina's age. I have a feeling that they could sit there and be talking, and Isaiah could be like, "Yeah, I have a young girl at home that's just around your age." Like, come on. I mean, I get that y'all don't like the idea that she's gonna want to being with Geo, but I think if people really hate it enough and they write, and I don't mean like they write like death threats or anything, but they write into the show, they really express how much they don't like it. I think as long as you do it in a very constructive way, you might actually get your wish. And while I don't know if Nicholas Chavez is coming back, just saying, it may get your way. Anyway, I think I was about to talk about Young and Restless for people who haven't who watched Young and Restless. Chelsea was out of pocket. Chelsea sitting there begging Sally to take Adam back because, and like I said in my review, she wants Adam to be back with Sally because it makes Adam a better person. But the problem is that that's not what Sally deserves. Okay, lay it on me, Jonathan. So I think, oh my god, I was at work here, Jonathan, and I had because when I at work, I like to sit there and write down ideas about videos I'm gonna do. And the piece of paper that I had, the piece of paper that I had, um, wound up falling in the toilet seat. So I have to sit there and rethink of it. But one of the videos, I was actually gonna sit there and talk about like the Vampire Diaries and stuff. Freddie says, it looks like Liz and Rick are going to rekindle their old flame. We shall see. But to me, it seems like they were hiding it. Liz and Rick were smiling at each other. I didn't notice that going out for coffee and ice cream. Okay. Um, I mean, like I said, shoot a shot. I didn't notice all that, but and she's not going out with anybody else. You know, she dumped Finn, which I'm still have my issues with, but why not? They have a kid. No, they don't actually have a kid together. Never mind. I thought they were married in real life, though. That's my whole thing. I thought they were married in real life. Um, why isn't Connie upset with Gabby for using her name? Ron, because Connie's upset for different reasons that has nothing to do with that. Connie's upset with what you call it. She blames Lee's death on her. So she's not gonna be. Why would she be upset about that when she's more upset about Lee's death and putting um you know being the person who she keeps saying that over and over and over and over and over again. So I don't think that she's upset about the whole throwing her under the bus over that. Okay, Jonathan, you wanna come on real quick? Because I'm about to end this live stream after you come on. So if you wanna come on real quick, you wanna come through? Thank you, Freddie. Thank you. I think we had like 20 something last time I checked. I'm not gonna lie, I'm having this beer and it's like it's not, and now I'm kinda remembering why. It's like now I'm kinda remembering why I wasn't really a huge fan of beer. Sean says I was one. I remember. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. You was one of them. I think for is Isaiah and Trina. Her and Jill have no scenes at all together, and when they do, it's boring. Hmm, I get it. I get it. Well, let me know though. I'll send a link. You know, what? I'll send a link anyway because there might be a delay. But I don't know. I mean, I well, see, the problem is like they put in Ryan. They put in Ryan. I think that's his name. Have a good night, Freddie. Thank you for joining. Um, Ryan was obviously a placeholder for Trina. I mean, for Spencer, and it was also kind of a waste of that actor's talents in a sense. Oh, oh, I didn't send it. That's what it was. I was like, what the hell? Lakeisha was good. It says Albert Isaiah is in his 30s. Like I said yesterday, I knew that man was at my age. Oh, yes, you're right. You're right. You're right. The doctor, I mean, Jason did sit there and say that. I think so too, Jonathan. That's sort of like, I mean, I feel like that's just kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel. It's like that's where the stand. I mean, I again, I don't know. I don't know. I um, I feel like that's just kind of scraping at the bottom of the barrel. Nothing against the actor or anything like that, but it's like that dude literally can. I don't know. He looks. It's actually really funny. I'll sit there and say is that people have said that Tate looks like he's too old for Holly, and I don't see that, but I can see Isaiah looking too older as far as having kids and stuff like that for Trina. But hey, yeah, I want it. Yeah, I want it. I'm not gonna sit there and debate it. 'Cause I think there's bigger issues with the whole Trina storyline and everything like that, or lack thereof. I sent you the link, Jonathan. Just keep in mind there's a good percentage of people in the chat that probably have not watched the Vampire Diaries. What's good, Jakars? I got to finish watching your review. I saw a little bit of it, and I know you were talking about how you were worried about Johnny and Chanel being together, but I didn't do my review, so I couldn't finish watching it. Um, so now I can actually finish watching it. Jakar says I just got through with Twitter Space. No one didn't come. It made me feel I just got through with Twitter Space. No one didn't come. It made me feel the same some way. Oh, yeah. I remember how you really enjoy those talking with other people and stuff like that. I mean, do you have like? I mean, is there a reason why they're not coming on Twitter Space anymore? Like, did you talk to them or anything like that? Did you like email them or like message them or whatever? Because I mean, to be honest, Jakara's Twitter is a very toxic place. Like people say some really terrible things. And I mean, I don't know them personally, but I would sit there and say, okay, I don't know why. Well, Jakar, is Twitter is a very toxic place. Okay, it has no filter. People will sit there and say very mean and nasty things. I don't know. Maybe that's the reason why they don't want to come on there. You know, I don't think. I don't. I mean, that's one reason. Maybe two is the fact that some of them got kids and stuff, so and families and when they got kids, it's very hard it's very hard for them to sit there and be doing social media when they got kids and stuff. So that might be another reason why they're not on Twitter Space as much. But yeah, no, I remember Ron. You always sit there and tell me how they don't care. Oh shit! Ah, it's so hard to turn these damn headphones off. John, it's good.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, man?
All right. So here's the idea of a potential Vampire Diaries Super Bowl commercial that they could probably do one day. All right. You remember the season 1 episode where they had the Miss Mystic Falls and all? You remember that one?
Oh, what was it called?
Um. Well. Well. I don't remember the title of the
No, no, no.
episode.
What was it about then?
While there was an event called Miss Mystic Falls. Stefan was supposed to go with Elena, but instead Damon
Yes,
escorted
I
her.
remember that. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And Stefan was starting to um, go out of control, with his vampire powers and everything. So there was this one scene that where Stefan he was with the girl, and the girl asked, the girl said, "You look sad," and Stefan said, "I'm not sad. I'm freaking hungry." You remember that scene?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So here's how they could work with that on the Super Bowl commercial. So so it will be that scene where she tells Stefan he looks sad, and Stefan says, "I'm not sad. I'm freaking hungry." And then Damon shows up quickly, and then he says, "Steph, eat a Snickers," and Stefan's like, "Why?" And Damon says, "Because you get emotional when you're hungry." And then
I
yes,
like that.
yeah, and then he says, "Better, better," and then the girl is like, "Good, because now I'm hungry," and she has vampire teeth and all that. And then Stefan asks Damon, "What did you do?" And Damon's like, "I'll explain later." And then they say, "You're not you when you're hungry. Grab a Snickers."
See, that would have been a really great commercial back then when
Yeah,
that show was
exactly.
on. That would have hit for the people that actually watched the show.
Yeah.
That would have been good. Um, Now, I wanted to quickly ask you on your thoughts on YNR. I don't know if you saw it today. Did you see it today?
I haven't really been watching YNR lately so far. Yeah.
What's the reason why? Curious about that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I've been busy with a couple of other things, like the thing for me is I don't really prioritize with YNR as much as most of the other soaps. Like I most my focus I focus mostly on Days and GH. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Now, why is YNR not hit for you as much?
Well, I don't really like 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 it doesn't I guess like with Days and GH I guess it doesn't really have all enough of the heavy hitting moments, and like anything, like that's really like suspense for getting into the edge of your seat. So I'll probably check back and I mean I check back with it at time and time, but yeah, I don't like really prioritize on the show. show the way I do with what with GH and Days. So that's pretty much it.
Okay, no, I just I was curious about it because I know sometimes from Tommy's in the chat and stuff. One of the things he's always asking is why is Jess not watching Young and Restless and stuff. And for me, I'm like, well, I can. Here's the thing: I can sell her on Days. I could sit there and tell her why Days a good show, why she should watch it. Or even B&B, if nothing else, for the fact is 18 minutes. And of course, GH just kind of just sells itself.
Yeah,
When it comes towards Y&R, it's like, I mean, it's not his thing. Y&R isn't a terrible show. It's a slow burner. It's a slow burner stuff. Like when you actually have like I think it was either this week or last week, they had a scene with Adam and Sally, and Sally finally had enough and would start yelling at Adam, like just tell the truth. Like it gave you that really good soap drama, that really good emotional, like she's done, you're gonna tell the truth, or she's gonna walk out. Like it was really good. But they don't have those moments too often, you
yeah.
know. Everything is very slow burner and like you kind of have to know the players a little bit. So if there is a drama scene or whatever that's going on between those two, it's like, oh, this is interesting. But for somebody who's just coming in, it's like I don't really get it.
But I will say this though, like I did hear what's been going on, and I think now Adam's not going to hesitate to follow on Victor's plans, to do the Newman Media thing, towards Billy and all that.
You think he's not? You think he's gonna go? Wouldn't he go full Dorado though on trying to get Billy though? Because of the fact he felt that he wrecked his relationship, even though he wrecked his own relationship.
Oh well, I think it depends. Like he may do it because because he may want to get back at Billy, but he may not want to do it because of Connor.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Yeah,
I didn't think of that. See, this is why I love doing these live streams because it's like somebody will come in and give me a different perspective. So I'm just like, oh wow, okay, I didn't think of that.
yeah.
Well, that's interesting. And B&B for you go B&B. You haven't really prioritized that either. Now, why is that?
Actually, I have been now BNB. I have been following, and I can't believe Luna is more diabolical than we thought.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like the rewrite. Because here's the thing. Let's be honest. This is a rewrite. Like they're retconning these scenes, but they're doing it so fast. Like I feel like we're gonna find like Luna's gonna get busted within like the next 2 weeks. I
Yeah,
feel it. You know,
yeah. How do you think RJ is going to react towards Luna when he finds out everything?
he's gonna be pissed. But see, the
Yeah,
thing is, like people are sitting there saying that, well, they're gonna owe, people are gonna owe Zendy an apology, and I'm just like, but Zendy still did sleep with somebody who at the time was like Carter said that was still his girl. So like, you shouldn't have did that. You
yeah,
know.
exactly. Yeah, so yeah, the truth is Zende isn't entirely innocent at that moment, but but at the same time, we now know that neither was Luna.
Yeah, no, definitely Luna was not innocent in this whole thing. It's just when we found out, people were somewhat divided, and I was like, but he still did sleep with somebody he felt he knew was RJ's girl. Like, yeah, she's crazy, she's a scumbag and everything else, but like he didn't know that. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like he didn't know that. So like
yeah,
bro, you still did what you did.
yeah. I think maybe now at this point, I have a nickname for Luna now. Luna the lunatic.
It's actually yes. See, I missed you. I missed you in the in the members live stream because I'm gonna be honest. Well, actually, I guess great minds think alike because Kyrie said the same thing.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Kyrie said the exact same thing.
yeah.
And there was another question I want to sit there and ask you, and I can't remember what it is.
Do you remember what the topic what was? Does it have anything to do with soaps
I
or
think it
any?
might. I think it might have been some. Oh, that's what it was. So you was in the chat earlier, and you were sitting there talking about Disney and how they're making all these horror movies and stuff like that, and you're not exactly a fan of it, right?
I mean, it's not really that. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm against it, but why so many Disney stuff? Why are we turning so many Disney stuff into horror films? I mean, I'm just saying it's starting to get out of control. Yeah. The Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey sounded interesting, but now we're going all in. Bambi. I mean,
Bambi's a little, yeah,
I
Bambi's a
mean,
little kind of walling out.
Bambi seeing Bambi's mom die was sad enough. I mean, what is this going to be about? Is Bambi going to get revenge on his mom's killers? Is that what we're
Pretty
doing?
much. Well, Peter Pan, I did sit there and say a joke about Peter Pan, but like I can kind of see like Peter Pan being kind of a creep.
But is Peter Pan the villain, or is it Captain Hook that's killing everyone with a hook?
Hmm. Now, Cherry Ice Cream has I think, a comment for you, Jonathan. Oh, you know what? You can see it, right?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah. So Terry Ice Cream asked Jonathan, who would you want to see, like to see Jordan with? And yeah, I pretty much mentioned it a few minutes ago. I think Isaiah would be good for her.
You don't think that Trina would be good for Isaiah, right?
No, she needs someone closer to her age. I'm sorry, you can't get. I'm sorry, people. You can't keep recommending any random black man for Trina. Like it has, like I mean, I get that you want to see Trina with a brother, but come on, it has to be someone closer to her age than that. And please, nobody say TJ. Okay, he's close to family. That's not a good idea.
Yeah, and and it's crazy just going into the whole Sabrina thing. I felt like that was like lightning in the bottle,
Yeah.
and I don't think they're really gonna be able to redo that unless they get Nicholas Chavez back on the show, and I don't see that happening, at least not now.
Yeah. Nicholas Chavez is has been moved on to bigger stuff, and he's got another project coming up. I don't remember exactly what it was called, but yeah, but he's got something else coming up. So yeah, the only way like Spencer and Trina will get back together is with a new actor as Spencer.
Yeah, and Annie says, "Who is Zeke?"
Zeke Robinson, Portia's brother.
Oh yes, damn, I remember him. He was on there real quick, and then after that we didn't see him anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Almost seemed kind of a shame though. It's like they put him with Jordan. They had a great scene, and people was like, "Oh man, we can't see more. We can't wait to see more of him." And then after a while, we did not sit there. Oh, my son's name is okay, and we didn't see any more of him at that point.
Yeah, that is true.
I'm so glad that you actually said that.
Yeah,
Um, I'm talking about the other. Like, you can't just sit there. Like, I get that. Y'all want him with a black. Y'all want her with a black man, but like this is kind of it's kind of stretching it right there. But
yeah,
I don't know. I just with Trina's story or lack thereof story, that's just a problem in itself. It's like, yeah, you can hook her up with somebody, but like, if you're not going to give her a proper story, what's even the point?
yeah.
But that question's for you also.
Yeah,
Uh,
I see it. Ed the Bank says, "What do you think about Fake Abby and the Chad storyline?" I'm not sure where it's actually going, but it could possibly lead us to the return of the real Abby at some point. I mean, my question is, what is their end game? What is Doctor Green and Marin's end game? Like, are they?
Marin, that's her name.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, Marin. Yeah, so are they after the Mirror Fortune, or is it something else? Or are they getting revenge against someone? So many questions right there. But whatever it is, I'm sure it clearly has something to do with the Demera family. For obviously, so he either wants their money, but but it but if that's the case, then you know what? Never mind. I mean, it's probably easier because Abigail was gone, and you know, like they could use her loss, to like slither their way into the mirrors, and I guess maybe either get their fortune or maybe possibly get back at someone, but I don't know who that would be.
What's that? What's that? And he says short for what? Isaac?
Uh, uh, yeah, yes. Even I don't know how to pronounce this one.
Okay, I was about to sit there, so I was like, listen, if Jonathan doesn't know how to pronounce it, then yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I like seeing all the questions.
Yeah, no, no, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
Oh, yeah, what?
Yay, Chesco. Uh,
Your chest. Oh, wow, damn.
Chesco. Chesco. Uh,
Oh, okay,
my
interesting.
grandfather's name. All right.
Is it anything you want to sit there and say before you end it?
Um. Oh yeah. We know that Bob Guza is going to be one of the producers of the Gates. So So do you think he could probably possibly bring in that the same magic like he did for GH towards the Gates? Do you think we could get some suspenseful storylines like that on the Gates possibly?
I hope so because that's his specialty.
Yeah.
That's Bob Goose's specialty. So it's like to not use him for that would just be kind of pointless to really have him on there. But what I want to sit there and ask you
Uh
before
huh.
we end this is, how do you feel about Kelly Monaco's firing? Because it's been a hot button. That's been a hot button this whole time so far. So I want to know what your thoughts are.
Well, I was shocked when I first heard about it. It came to me out of nowhere. But I will say that even if Sam gets killed and they don't bring the character back, like there is another character that Kelly Monaco played who is still alive. Her name is Alicia Montenegro, and she was a character who appeared years ago on GH. She looked exactly like Sam, but she's part of another family. And I don't remember exactly what went down, but I know she's in jail right now, and so imagine if they decided to later bring Kelly Monaco back as that character. She did like Alicia getting out of jail, and then like and then Jason sees her, and at first he's thinking that she's Sam, and then she admits to him that she's actually Alicia, and imagine the kind of scenes that could happen, like if Danny walked in and saw her, but then they explained that's not really Sam. So I mean that could be interesting.
I've never, and yeah, of course, Sean. Listen, I've been sitting there saying that from I've been sitting there saying that for a while. That Toby should go in the gates. I've been sitting there saying that for a hot minute. So we gotta keep saying that and keep putting that out there into the universe. And I didn't know about that, Jonathan.
Yeah,
Seriously, that's crazy.
yeah.
I
So
don't know if half of the chat actually knows that she was actually on the show years before. I thought you was gonna sit there and say Libby Locke.
yeah.
That's what I
Oh,
thought you was gonna sit there and say.
yeah. Well, that character actually was on the during the same time as Sam. She was playing both characters at that time.
Really?
Yeah. So it's what so see the storyline, like Alicia's mother Allegra thought Sam was Alicia, but then realized she actually wasn't, and then the real Alicia came eventually. But
Wow.
yeah, so I guess you can say it's one of those doppelganger kind of stories.
I remember specifically when she came onto the show, and it was like this huge deal. It was like the debut of Samantha McCall or whatever. So I thought that was like the first time that she was on the show.
Yeah. That was the yeah. Sam was the first character Kelly played on the show. So the Alicia thing like happened like a little bit later.
Oh, later. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so
All right. Just okay. I don't think that people probably remember her, but okay. All right. That's interesting.
yeah,
That
so
is interesting.
so she played both characters at that time, and I don't know. Alicia committed some kind of crime, and now she's in jail. And it is possible that if they were to bring Kelly back, and if they didn't, and they decided not to bring her as Sam, they could bring her as Alicia, because because I think they would have more stuff to give to that character, you know, possibly.
Yeah. Yeah. I have something said that the character has reached this, reached this, has run its course, and it is what it is. Kyrie's did a video. He did an extra video on that, so definitely check out his video. But
Yeah,
I mean, listen, I would never want an actor to sit there and get fired or anything like that, but I do understand business is business, and I think some people don't, and they are taking it a little bit too personal. Just
yeah,
my 2 cents,
yeah. I get it.
and I just, I would hate for the soap fans to start to become Star Wars fans because
Yeah,
those are like the worst type of fans. I'm sorry, but
yeah. Talk,
and I'm a
talk.
Star Wars fan, so
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Give me just one moment, please.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't. But yeah, no, Sean, I've been sitting there saying that for a hot minute. I've been sitting there saying that she needs to go to the gate. She back?
Yeah, yeah. I'm back.
Okay. But all right. So I'm gonna end this stream now. But I do want to thank you for coming on. I want to thank you coming through, Jonathan. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. And everyone, join us next time for another edition of Soap Chat with Albert Bostic,
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that.
right here on
Um,
ABC, the Albert
yes,
Bostic channel.
I wish that ABC money. But
Yeah.
no, seriously, thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate you.
Oh, you're welcome.
And I want to thank everyone for joining tonight. I know I came on a little bit later. I'm trying this new format. I'm trying to do all 4 of the soaps in one day and still do the live streams. That's going to be challenging, but it'll be fun though. So thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for again coming through, Jonathan. I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone. I will be back here tomorrow during the regular time, 8 p.m. Eastern. So everything else throughout the rest of the week will be normal time. And again, give a hand to Jonathan for coming through again tonight. Always
Thank you, everyone.
appreciate you. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Laters.
Good night.